born in February 1818 in Dinwiddie Courthouse, Virginia. My mama, Agnes, she was married to my papa, George Pleasant Hobbs, but she was the property of Colonel Armistead Burrow. My papa, I did not see him often, for he was owned by a neighbor. But when I did see him, he made me feel special when he delightfully called me his little Lizzie.
My name is Tammy Denease. I have been performing for approximately 7 years. I am a performing artist, teaching artist, and a storyteller. I go into the classroom with the kids. I've been doing that for the past 6 years of going in and teaching them about history. Passion is why I do what I do. I have a passion for history. I love bringing historical people to life and telling their story. Not only telling their story, but taking you back into the time where they actually existed so you can see what it was like for them to have lived at that time.
My mama would share with me such stories that I had never heard before. But one such story she did not have to share with me, for I lived it. As my papa was owned by a neighbor, he was soon taken from us. And although Mr. Burrow tried to make up to my mama by having him come to live with us, it was not to be.
My motivation for working with children is that I get to see them, their inspiration come to life within them at that moment. Whereas before they would think of different things, but they never thought of how to make it work. But after I do my performance and I show them different ways, then suddenly the light bulb goes off for them and they understand what it is that they want to do and how to go about doing it. Well, what inspires me mostly is when I go into a classroom and the kids have never really heard of the person that I am bringing to them, and afterwards they are inspired by how that person overcame obstacles that no longer exist today, but they fought to get through it. And it's encouraging to see those kids say, hey, I can do that. And it's also encouraging when I see the kids in the community later and they come up to me, Miss Tammy, I read this book, or I went and I did this on this particular person. So that's very inspirational to me.
He realized he could not break my pride. He stood before me and he broke down in tears and he apologized. And he said that he was wrong and he would never touch me again. And from that day forward, I was never touched again.
Well, I've been with young audiences for a little over a year, and what I appreciate about young audiences, they understand and they appreciate the importance of arts and education with the young people. They understand how important it is that the children's imagination is activated, and they do what they can to help artists to connect with the students.